NFL Hall of Famer. He's in the Hall of Fame of the Hall of Fame, the all-time leading rusher in the NFL, Cowboys icon. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Emmitt Smith. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Man, we're doing fantastic now that you're here.
Excellent, excellent.
All right, what are we showing off? I know last year we had the tequila. What are we doing now this year?
This year we have Tablo, which is a antenna that you can hook up to your televisions at your house and get all of the local channels. You can watch, pause, record live TV, including local channel, local news, live sports, and popular shows as well. And you get over 125 channels. This one device connects to all of your TVs in your house, your phone, and your iPads, and your laptops and everything else to watch television networks and everything else. You can, like I said, you can record over 50 hours of TiVo kind of stuff back, and it's all for a price of probably an average of $100, and you get all of those services. So when the television networks want to bicker about what TVs we're gonna block things out, this right here gets you all of that stuff so you can watch all your college sports as well as your professional sports.
And that's all we want. We want to be able to see our games.
You don't want to be caught up in the middle of an argument between Disney and somebody else.
No, that's not our fault. That's theirs.
But you're paying for these services, but yet they block you out.
Yeah.
Yes. The only argument I want to have while we're here is yelling at every Hall of Fame voter who still doesn't vote for Darren Woodson.
Yes.
Do you know who they are? I think all Hall of Fame votes should be revealed. It should be revealed who voted for who and why. Because you know why? People hide behind all of this bull junk, and they let the public mislead the public in terms of thinking, it wasn't me, when it was your behind who voted against Darren, who also voted against Bill Belichick, a coach who has more Super Bowl rings than any freaking NFL coach in the history of the game. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. And you can talk about Deflategate all you want. The damn team had to stop the doggone play because they were playing with a Nerf football. A Nerf football?
Yeah.
So I think all votes should be revealed, who voted for who, so you guys and everyone else in the press can go and ask them, why did you vote that way?
Put a spotlight on.
Put a spotlight on the jump.
Yeah,
because we walk around with spotlights on us all the time, and everybody criticizes us for what we do.
I'm with you.
And everything else, and we got to sit around and answer all these dumbass questions that people ask. So at the end of the day, they deserve to have the same treatment.
I'm with you. Now, for Belichick, it feels like he will get in. Obviously, we all are pissed about Darren Woodson because it feels like we go through that. Well, we do go through this every year. How can somebody who is one of the anchors of a great.
My thing is, man, listen, don't tell me there was no room. That's bull junk. That's bull junk. Roger Craig, no disrespect to Roger Craig. Roger Craig's stats have not changed in 30 years. So why is his stats today valuable?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
5 years after the man left the game, he should have been in. If he was going to be in, he should have been in 5 years after the game. Why he had to wait 30 years?
Yeah.
His stats has not changed since he retired. So what are we talking about?
I don't know.
They are watering down what's supposed to be special.
A great honor, yeah.
A great honor bestowed upon individual players that have performed at a level for a long period of time. And no disrespect to Roger Craig, but he should have been in 30 years ago.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Instead, now he's taking a spot.
Yeah, from
somebody.
Yeah. We had a conversation this morning, and I spoke for Troy, and now I'm going to ask you to speak for Troy. I don't know what you think the answer might be on this. Troy Aikman.
Okay.
And
there's a lot of Troy.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
The Tom Brady was asked who he's pulling for, Patriots and Seahawks, and he was like, I don't have anybody because he's a GM with the Raiders. He's working with them.
Right.
If Troy Aikman was, let's say he's working in the Dolphins front office, do you think, and the Cowboys got in, that Troy would say, I'm pulling for the Cowboys?
Hell no. Troy will be pulling for the Dolphins. That's his organization.
They're not in the Super Bowl, though. It's the Cowboys, and it's Cowboys and Patriots, or Cowboys. And,
he'll be pulling for the Cowboys.
Okay, see?
I know he will.
Yes.
I make no bones about it. All these quarterbacks getting GMs and shit.
Dumb.
I mean, come on now. I mean, why? Why? Why not an African American guy?
Okay.
Why not me? Why not?
Do you have GM aspirations?
Who doesn't?
Fair.
Who doesn't?
Does that count as a dumbass question? I'm sorry.
I mean, at the end of the day, I have just as much interest in our sport just as anybody else does. Just the next man, I don't care who it is. I mean, you give me a chance to give me an opportunity.
You build a team. What's the foundation? Because I always feel like a GM has a good idea of what he wants his team to be.
Yeah.
What would you build your team on?
Pick a team.
Dallas.
All right, Cowboys. I'm already inheriting 5 Super Bowls. And I'm also inheriting a star-studded organization. I'm also inheriting a championship organization. I also know what it took with Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson. And I know what Jimmy Johnson and Jerry did when they bought the team. So I know the history, and I know what the vision should look like for the organization. And that vision is not going to change, not from my perspective. That vision was there before I even got to become a Cowboy. When I became a Cowboy, I already knew. When I walked down into the stadium, the day that they drafted me, and I walked into Texas Stadium, I looked around and I saw the Ring of Honor, and I saw those names up there. I saw what I needed to do. You didn't have to tell me what to do. I saw what I needed to do. When Jimmy came in, Jimmy knew what he needed to do. When Jerry bought the team, Jerry knew what needed to be done.
That's true.
Because he was willing to make the investments, and they knew that win was the most important thing. When you go back and look at the doggone documentary, he said win. It's winning is the most important thing. That should never, ever change.
How do you?
As far as if I'm the GM, that won't ever change. And at the end of the day, every player that I draft, if you come in here, if you won't come on, you won't be a part of the organization if you don't have a vision or don't see yourself on the rafters.
I love it.
If you don't see yourself on the rafters, you don't see yourself going into the Hall of Fame, you won't be a part of this organization. If you don't have goals and aspirations that lines up with the vision of this organization and where we're going, you won't be on the team. You won't be on the draft board. You won't be nothing. And if you don't see it that way, you can't be a part of it. If you're not hungry to fight for what we believe in and what you believe in, and you can't see yourself making that happen, you don't need to be there. There's only a couple organizations like that.
Yeah.
The Patriots, the Steelers, the Cowboys, the Niners, and the Chiefs now.
They did. They created
the Chiefs
that.
now.
Yeah.
They created that environment. Now, how do you create that environment continuously? You got to keep the locker room the same way the Steelers have done that with Mike Tomlin for 20 years.
Yeah.
They've had success. They got into a couple Super Bowls. But they've done it under Mike Tomlin for 10 years, 20 years. So when you come to the Steelers organization, you already know what to expect. You know Baltimore is on the schedule, so you know what kind of physical game that's going to be. When you come to the Cowboys, you know what the Cowboys and the Commanders are going to look like. You know what Philly going to look like. You know what the Eagles, what the Giants going to look like. And at the end of the day, I'm drafting you because this is who we are.
I love it.
That's the way I see it. And if the Cowboys don't understand that, they'll never get back to the Super Bowl.
And maybe if they listen to you a little bit more, they could do that.
They would never get back to the Super Bowl if they don't understand that.
That's true.
I'm serious. I hate to say it, and you just don't mess with chemistry.
Yeah.
It's very delicate. I'm serious. It's like putting too much salt into something. It just don't work out that well because you can't take the salt out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got to taste as you go. And as you taste as you go, you add in the nice ingredients. An ingredient can be a George Pickens. An ingredient can be an Al Harris coming back and being the secondary coach, maybe your defensive coordinator. An ingredient can be a Dan Quinn and Al Harris together and never letting them get away. Never letting them get away. An ingredient can be stabilizing that offensive line and building up that defense with all the picks that we got. Trading Micah Parsons away and getting the picks that we got and rebuilding the organization. An ingredient can be, once I get it together, let it ride.
There you go.
Let it simmer. Let it go.
Man, I freaking love it, Emmitt. Thank you so much. That was incredible. I know you got a busy schedule. You got to move. Thank you so much for the time today.
Tablo.com, baby.
There you go. Emmitt Smith.